What's up, everyone? This is the first installment of the Heel Club podcast, baby. Super, super excited to finally be starting a wrestling podcast. And my always co-host is going to be I'm Just Chris 91 right over here. And then we have a special guest for our first episode, Joey. We got WrestleMania this
Arnold.
weekend, boys. We got
That we do.
WrestleMania this weekend, and our first episode is really just giving our predictions. So, without any further ado, let's go ahead and start off with night one. We have the World Tag Team Championship match. The War Raiders versus the New Day. The New Day's gonna win. The only way that the New Day shouldn't win, honestly, is if Biggie makes his full return. But Chris, who do you think wins?
I would have to say the New Day with their heel turn. They're really pushing them. Um, I feel like there's no other choice. It's the New Day.
Same, yeah. Turn him heel. You got to give him some type of payoff with winning the title. So it makes the most sense.
Hopefully, Biggie returns though. Then we have Rey Mysterio versus one of the greatest luchadors of all time, El Grande Americano, 54-time AAA World Champion, 27 billion times CMLL United States Atlantic World Champion, one of the greatest
And he's not.
luchadors. Yeah, he's not Chad Gable. You're right.
He's not Chad Gable. He's not Chad Gable at all.
27 billion orders from Starbucks. That's what he is.
Also,
Okay.
he's from the Gulf of Mexico. So there you go.
The Gulf of America. Thank you very
Well,
much.
they fixed it due to backlash. It's now Gulf of America. It's now Gulf of Mexico. So
But anyways, Rey Mysterio. Boo, Rey Mysterio.
Look,
Deadbeat
I
Ray,
did,
dad.
did be
nobody
dead.
knows who this man is. You guys are out of your mind. It is Chad Gable, and he is going to be
Chad Gable has been
unmasked
sick.
and lost.
Chad
Can you
Gable has an illness.
He has
can
an
you
illness.
prove
What is his illness? Never
He
mind.
can
had
you
a
prove it's
doctor's excuse.
can you prove it's Chad Gable?
Bro, look at the fucking face, man. Look at the facial structures. Why would he be teamed with American Made? Okay, why would he be teamed
Maybe
with
He's a
American?
new
maybe
member
he's a
of
fan.
American Made.
Oh my God,
He's a
Rey
Yeah.
new
Mysterio's
member.
winning. Chad Gable's getting unmasked, and I cannot wait to laugh at you guys about this. Next,
Unfortunately, Mysterio's winning.
not
Boo.
unfortunate.
Fuck that deadbeat dad, Rey Mysterio. Next, we got Jade Cargill versus Naomi. And I promise you all this, if Jade Cargill does not win, I will shave my mustache. This is 100% my lock of the weekend. Jade Cargill beats Naomi.
I agree. Jade Cargill, 100%. But I really hope. I'm kind of hoping she doesn't because I've seen you without a mustache, and it's a scary look. But at the end of the day, Jade Cargill is phenomenal. One of the best women's wrestlers of the modern era, and I think she deserves this victory on the main stage.
Yeah, Jade Cargill definitely wins. So kind of lock right there, you know. So
For sure, for sure. Then we got LA Knight versus Jacob Fatu, which could possibly turn into a fatal four-way with Solo and Randy. I think maybe. I don't know. We'll talk about Randy here in a minute. But I think that LA Knight retains because Solo turns on Jacob.
No, okay, look, Jacob Fatu is hands down the best member of the Fatu family. He is the Samoan werewolf. He is a monster. Okay, Jacob Fatu deserves this moment. He deserves his first title win on the main stage. I don't care what anybody says. Jacob Fatu, hands down.
yeah, Fatu's winning. I mean, it's LA Knight's had a good run with the title, but it's Jacob Fatu's time.
Nope, LA Knight. Yeah. Anyways, next we got the WWE Women's Championship Royal Rumble winner, your queen, my queen, the best women's wrestler in all the land, better than Bianca, better than Rhea, better than your favorite women's wrestler, Charlotte Flair, going against Tiffany Stratton, and the winner is my queen, Charlotte Flair, baby, the GOAT.
I have 3 words for you. It's Tiffy time. That's right. Tiffany Stratton beat Charlotte Flair on the grandest stage of them all. Charlotte Flair doing the job to push Tiffany Stratton to the moon because we all know Charlotte does not need this win.
Yeah,
She needs it.
Charlotte does the job, and Tiffany Stratton gets the job done.
Next for the World Heavyweight Championship. Oh, Jey Uso versus Gunther.
You didn't
And
say his nickname. His main event, Jey Uso.
he's not the main event though. Unfortunately, a travesty takes place, and Jey Uso unfortunately, is the new world heavyweight champion. And I will, this right here, you'll see a hole right here when Jey Uso wins.
Look, I love Jey Uso. I think he's very entertaining. I think he's a solid wrestler. Definitely the better of the two between him and Jimmy. But as much as I like Jey Uso, I agree he's going to win, and I'm not happy about it. Gunther has not had the strongest run, but he is one of the best wrestlers of today and of the last decade. Okay, Gunther is him. He deserves the win, but it'll probably be Jay. So
Yeah, same thing. Jay's going to win. If Gunther wins, I think he squashes Jey Uso, but I think it's going to be Jey Uso that wins.
Gunther.
And then we have the main event of night one. Roman Reigns versus Crybaby Phil versus Seth Rollins. Um, the only person that deserves this win, and I think Paul Heyman turns on Roman and CM Punk. I think Seth Rollins is the new Paul Heyman guy, and Seth Rollins wins the match.
See, I'm on quite the opposite side of that. Um, I do think Paul will turn on Roman, but I think it'll be in favor of CM Punk. However, I still see Roman getting the win. That whole walk away 1 year ago when he lost the title, coming back, he hasn't done as much as you would think. I mean, he got the Ula Fala back, but this is his moment. They're going to shove him down our throats. I love Roman. Don't get me wrong, but this isn't his moment. It should be Seth, but I think it's going to be Roman because WWE does not give us what we want.
Seth deserves it. Seth's going to win, be a Paul Heyman guy, or maybe join up with The Rock and Cena. Who knows?
And that
Very
was night one, but we are going to talk a little bit about Friday Night SmackDown. We are filming this on Tuesday, so SmackDown hasn't happened yet. I want to speak on Randy Orton. Does Randy Orton have a match? If so, against who? I think it's going to either be one or two things against Solo Sikoa, or they both get added to the U.S. title match. Now, LA Knight walks out no matter what as U.S. champ, but if it's Randy Solo, Randy wins.
No, I'm inclined to agree with you about it becoming a 4-way title match, considering there is a 4-way for the IC title, right?
Yeah.
So I could see that happening for sure. But I'm still I'll bet the house on Jacob Fatu. That's my locked in pick right there. 100%. Put the money on Jacob Fatu because that is the true tribal chief right there.
That's actually Tonga Loa is the actual true tribal chief. But I do think he faces Solo or gets added to the Fatal Four or the U.S. title match, or he faces Nick Aldis or Nick Aldis hires somebody to try to beat him. But whatever happens, I think Randy wins. Unless he's in the U.S. title match, then it's Jacob Fatu. But
okay. Speaking on tag team titles now, the SmackDown tag team titles are being defeated. Street Profits against Motor City Machine Guns. Now, I kind of feel like it's just going to indulge into just chaos, absolute chaos. And then we set up a ladder match between DIY, Garza and Humberto, um, Street Profits, Motor City Machine Guns, Pretty deadly. Yeah. And then maybe Miz and Carmelo Hayes as well.
Melo Miz.
I'm not going to make a prediction on who wins that. I think they deserve it. The SmackDown tag scene has been phenomenal. They deserve a match of Mania.
I wholeheartily agree. And the only way to do it is a ladder match. There's a ladder match, I feel like almost every year at Mania. It's always phenomenal. And I think that's going to be added to it. I'm not going to pick a winner either. If I'm picking just off of who I like in this moment, it's the Street Profits. I think they're phenomenal. But at the same time, it could go
anywhere. So if we're picking a winner, it's Yes Boy, Pretty Deadly, baby.
I could see that. If Carmelo and the Miz, if Carmelo Hayes and the Miz are added to it, I think it should be them that wins it. Melo Miz, baby.
And now we're going on to night two. We have Liv Morgan and Raquel versus Bayley and Lyra. This is the match that I give the last fuck about. Bayley turns on Lyra, Liv and Raquel win. Do not give a shit about this match.
I mean, I'm not invested in this story at all. I feel like it wasn't. It should have been built out better, but I'm going to go with Liv and Raquel just to keep the Judgment Day looking strong.
Liv and Raquel also take it.
And it should have really been Bayley Roxanne on the show, and neither one of the women's singles titles, like mid-card singles titles, being defended. Chelsea Green on Mania is stupid, man. Stupid.
I think Chelsea Green should be the host of Mania, honestly.
Yeah, I like that.
That would be a great move, considering the host always gets themselves into something. So
exactly, yeah.
Facts. We don't have a host, do we?
No,
No.
not right now.
Okay.
They don't. They haven't announced one yet.
Next we got AJ Styles, Logan Paul. I guess AJ Styles should win, but it's probably gonna be Logan Paul.
This is a piss break match for me. I cannot stand AJ Styles. I do not like AJ Styles. I do not see the hype behind him. He is long past his prime, and that is exactly why the king of prime, Logan Paul, is going to walk away with the W.
Average prime drinker here, guys.
Yeah.
I drink water.
Logan Paul's gonna win. I think it's gonna be a good match regardless because I like AJ Styles, but I think Logan Paul's gonna win though.
Then we have Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre. And if Drew McIntyre doesn't win, it's bullshit. Drew McIntyre has been buried to death, I feel. Got buried by Punk. Like, Drew McIntyre is the total package. Good in the ring, amazing on the mic, amazing character work. Drew McIntyre is, I think, a top 5 wrestler in the world, and he does not get enough credit. He 100% gets the win over Damian Priest because fuck Damian Priest.
Look, I'm going to disagree. I think Damian Priest is great. I enjoy him, seeing him go from what he was to what he is now. And most people know I do not like Drew McIntyre. It's not because he's not a phenomenal wrestler, bad on the mic. He's great in every aspect. He's all around a great performer. Just something about him I don't like. Okay, it's not like AJ Styles. Drew McIntyre is that guy, and he needs this victory. He's been screwed over countless times. This is his moment. So Drew McIntyre gets my vote.
I'm going with Drew also. I've actually been a somewhat fan of this, the way they've built up this feud here lately. I thought it was going to suck in the beginning, but they've done a really good job of building it up. But Drew McIntyre
This is probably one of the only like long term,
right, because it's lasted a year since last year's
yeah,
Mania.
exactly,
Yeah, so.
Exactly. They've made full circle. So,
But yeah,
I thought
no,
the real glass Crimea River spot was funny.
yeah, McIntyre gets the win. So
Next, we have the triple threat for the women's world title, which will be the match of the weekend, in my opinion. Io Sky, Bianca Belair, and Rhea Ripley. I really feel like Io should win because I feel like she's being forgotten about in this feud. Everyone's thinking, oh, it's just Bianca and Rhea. And Io deserves it, but I don't think she wins. I do think that Bianca Belair does get the win here.
I'm gonna go against the odds, and I'm gonna say Io because for those reasons, exactly like you said, people are treating this like it's Bianca and Rhea when in all actuality, Io's the champion. Okay, Io is phenomenal. Io, she just has it. Okay, I don't even know what it is, but she has it. So I'm locking that in. Io Sky walks away with a victory and retains.
yeah, I too think Io wins. I think that Jade Cargill kind of gets involved with Bianca because I think Bianca is the mastermind behind the whole attack thing, and I think Jade knows it, and I think she takes out Bianca, and that sets up a feud with them too.
All right, 2 matches left. We got the IC Fatal 4-Way, Braun Breaker, Pentagon Jr., Finn Balor, and Dominic Mysterio. And there's only one winner. Only one winner. Psych!
No.
Dominic Mysterio, baby. Dirty Dom. He is the best heel in the biz, bro. I love Dominic Mysterio. He turns on Finn Balor, is the new leader of the Judgment Day. Dominic Mysterio, new IC champ.
100% agree. Dominic Mysterio has been look, he's held tag titles with his dad. He held the North American title, but this is the next stepping stone of greatness. And I agree. He is the best heel in the business. That man cannot cut a promo without getting booed. It's his time. It is his time. Give him the title. Boom.
Yep. Dominic Mysterio for the win. Kicks Finn Balor out of Judgment Day.
But if Finn Balor goes, does JD go too?
Nobody cares about JD McDonough.
And what happens to Carlito? Does Carlito stay?
Yeah.
Carlito. Well,
yeah,
Carlito died.
That's true. Yeah. Braun Breaker fucked him up.
Dude, Braun Breaker absolutely murked that.
Dude, yeah, that spear was disgusting.
Best spear of all time. But now it's time to talk about what I think is one of the most overrated main events of all time. We have Mr. Rest Hold himself, John Cena, versus do it for my dad, Cody Rhodes. We're gonna break this down in 2 or 3 predictions. Number 1, how many times does Cody Rhodes cry in this match? 87 times. I know y'all won't answer it because y'all Cody crybabies, but
I don't like Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, you are. You're a Cody crowd, baby. Do we see Stone Cold? Like that's a
Yes,
big rumor
we
right
do.
now.
We do. We see Stone Cold. I think we'll maybe see The Rock as a surprise person.
I don't think we're going to see Stone Cold at all, but maybe
I
the
do.
Rock. The Rock. Is this a no DQ match or what's going on?
No, you can
No,
knock. There's gonna be like 5 ref bumps in this match. So I mean,
yeah, the rest are going to die.
yeah, there's gonna be like 5 ref bumps in this match. So
So who are you predicting to win then, Jared? Or do you want to know ours first?
Yours first.
I'm going to go with Cena because honestly, the only story here about his final run is the fact that he is tied for the most world title reigns, tied with Ric Flair at 16?
yeah,
This would break that record. He would go out on top. He would secure a Hall of Fame spot for next year. Again, I do agree that it is a very overrated match, but I have to give it to Cena. Cody's held it for a year. He's done his job. He made his dad proud. Put the fries in the bag, okay?
Cena wins. We get the summer of heel Cena. He probably loses at SummerSlam, and then he can go on his merry way.
I think that the only people I think we're all losers in this match. The fact that we had to watch this main event 2025 is a loser, but honestly, probably fucking Cody Rhodes wins because for some reason they have the biggest hard on for Cody Rhodes and anyone that's involved in the Raw trash. Fuck Cody Rhodes. Fuck the WWE. AEW for life. Any final thoughts?
WWE for life. Look, okay.
It's okay. You're not a professional wrestling fan. You're a sports entertainment fan. It's okay.
I like storytelling and good matches, not just flippy dips and let me see if I can hit 8 Canadian destroyers back to back to back to
No,
back to
you
back
like
to back
rest
to back
holds.
to
It's
back.
okay. You like having about 40-minute of rest holds, 80,000 sponsors shoved in your face. It's
I
okay.
think I think
AEW's entire mat is always sponsor filled. What are you talking about? Anyways, final thoughts. This is going to be a lackluster WrestleMania. Nothing was properly built out, minus Drew and Damian Priest, because that is long term. There's probably a couple other matches, but I can't think of it. But I'm going in. I'm expecting the worst and hoping for the best.
Yeah, like lackluster. Hoping it's not lackluster. We all know Jared loves Microman. He wants to see him succeed at WrestleMania weekend. You know, AEW used to be a good company, then Cody Rhodes left and it went down in the garbage. Tony Khan doesn't know what he's doing.
Anyways, before we disperse and ruin my career, we'll be back. We'll be back here Saturday night and Sunday night for immediate post show reactions to WrestleMania. We'll probably do it live. Honestly, we'll probably just do a live show immediately after WrestleMania. So yeah, tune in for that if you want to hear our thoughts on WrestleMania. If not, go fuck yourself. This has been an episode of the Heel Club podcast. I hope you like it, and if you don't, get better, do better. Future, JK, it's Heel Club for life, baby. Boom.